Good morning and welcome to What's Up Ocala. I'm your host, Andrew Praver, and today I have an incredibly special guest, and I'm so super excited you cannot even imagine. Noah, tell everyone who you are and what you do.
My name is Noah Hunton, and I'm a country singer-songwriter here from Ocala, Florida.
I am trying so hard not to fangirl. It is like ridiculous. I don't even know. So you have played, I think, at every event that I've been at here in Ocala. Like, we go, and that's one of the first questions. Like, even Ed over at the radio station, he's like, "Is Noah playing? Is Noah going today? Is he gonna be? I don't know, dude. I don't. I'm not his
Yeah,
schedule. I
I
don't know."
want to. I want to.
Now, where have you been playing lately?
Oh man, I don't even know where to start. So, New York Fashion Week.
Oh
We
my
just
God.
that was
That's,
crazy.
wow.
That was
That's
super
crazy.
cool. I got to go up there and perform. My fiance modeled, and
Holy
it was just
smokes.
a super cool, just like atmosphere to be around. Like I actually got to work with a guy that was on The Voice a couple years ago, and he did all my photography and stuff. But yeah, New
Wow.
York. Right after New York, we went to everything's going together.
You don't even know where
West
you've been
Palm,
lately.
West Palm Beach, Fort Myers, Naples, Port Charlotte. Then we were just here last week in Ocala for the
Yeah, for the album
yeah,
release.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So tell me about the album. How did that come about? How's it going?
Yeah, so it's going really good. So we put out Florida is Home. Make sure you guys go stream it. It's on all music platforms, iHeartRadio, Amazon,
I love that
Spotify, all
song.
that
I
stuff.
absolutely love that. I love the way it starts, especially. But yeah.
And yeah, it was such a cool kind of concept when Mike and Deanna reached out to me. They were like, "Hey, we got this song." Like, and Mike all the time, every time he hears something, he's like, "Hey, just check this out. Just check this out." So I'm always checking out everything he sends me, and I was like, "Oh, okay, this is my vibe. This is I could
Yeah.
roll
Yeah.
with it." And
Yeah.
and so he was like, "Well, we don't have a second verse." And I didn't even know that there was no second verse. I just heard the first verse and chorus. I was like, all right, what day can I come in? What day can I come
You're
in?
like, that's mine. I claim it.
And I was like, all right, you talk about Forest High School. You talk that I'm originally from Forest, so I graduated in
Oh wow.
2017, and I was like, all right, you're talking about Forest High School. We talk about Uncle Don's, one of my sponsors, beer sponsors down in Naples, Florida, and then the Gators. I live in Gainesville now, so go Gators.
Oh my
And
goodness.
so I was like, all right, it tells about me a little bit. So
Yeah. That's
um
awesome.
so yeah, we went in the studio that day. I think he sent it to me that morning, and then I called him up. I was like, all right, let me get in the studio today, and got in the studio, recorded it, and after that, it was like Mike and Deanna were like, boom, magic,
Yeah.
gold,
It
gold.
honestly, I can't even imagine anybody else singing that song.
The one thing I love about recording Ranch and Mike and Deanna is like every time I go in there, whether like they pitch a song to me or like I go in like last night, for instance, we recorded a new song that I can kind of disclose because it's already out there. It's called "Boots on the Floor,"
Yes.
and
Okay. Yeah.
so I sang that at the release party, and so last night I was like, dude, I got to get this song recorded. Like everyone's loving it, so it definitely shows like my range in the song because like
Yeah.
there was some stuff I'm like, Mike, there I don't know if I can hit this, and he's like, all right, plays it on the keys, and I'm like, because I've never been taught music.
Really?
Yes, the basic stuff, YouTube's your friend.
Yeah.
So yeah, so it's just crazy. How much support Mike and Deanna and the city of Ocala. I mean, between businesses helping me out like from day one, and
Yeah.
um, the one thing that I've always loved, I guess, about playing in Ocala and just music in general is whether I'm playing at like a little dive bar, so like Charlie Horse, like when I
Hmm.
first started out,
Oh
and
yeah.
or playing the big stages. It's always, to me, not about how many people are in the audience. It's about how much I can give that small amount or that giant amount
Right.
of to the audience.
Is this, as you were growing up here in Ocala, is this what you wanted to do? You always wanted to do
Oh,
music, or what did you want to do?
so at a young age, it's funny because I always get asked this question, and at a young age, when you're in elementary school, they're always like, "Oh, what do you want to be when you grow
Oh
up?"
yeah. Oh
All the
yeah.
time, and at the time, uh, I was always like, I want to be a superhero.
Ambitious, very
Yeah, yeah,
ambitious.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Like I come from a military background. My mom and dad are both in the medical field, and my dad's a police officer. So I'm always about helping people. So I was like, hey, superhero, baby,
Oh,
Superman hit to the rescue,
well,
and
you got to one up your dad. I mean,
yeah,
he's already a
yeah, yeah,
local like
yeah,
hero. So how can you possibly? Well,
it,
just add super to it. You know,
yeah,
get some powers going. Okay,
yes,
I see how
ma'am,
it works.
yeah,
Okay, that's
but
some very ambitious goals
yeah,
there,
yeah,
Noah. That's
yeah.
some very
Hey,
ambitious
hey,
goals.
live life to the fullest. I never really had stage fright. I come from a big family, so like I always performed at like family gatherings, and I mean I grew up around music. My parents listened to everything, but that's where I guess I got my first taste was in like music class in elementary school,
Oh.
and I just like gravitated towards it, and ever
Which
since then it's
which elementary school did you go to?
South Ocala
Okay,
Elementary.
yeah, good. That's a good school. That's
Yeah,
a great school.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was so sad because um when I graduated was when they redid all the construction, and I
Hmm.
was like, great,
Now
great, not
it's all
great. This is
gone.
awesome. This is awesome. I don't get to have the elevator, like all the fanciness that it has now.
Oh
But
yeah, no.
I have another song that's coming out on like an EP or my second album called "Born for the Stage," and it in the sense of really narrowing it down to the nitty gritty, basically saying like, "Hey, I wasn't put on this earth to work a 9 to 5."
Right.
Like,
Yeah, I definitely think there's a lot of people that feel that they they do the clocking in and the clocking out, and they're like, this is not what I signed up
it
for. When you ask a kid what they want to do when they grow up, they never say, oh, I can't wait to go and clock in and clock
yeah,
out.
yeah,
That's not
yeah,
part of it. That's
yeah.
definitely not in the dream.
Yes, ma'am.
So I'm sure it'll resonate with a lot in your
Mhm.
audience.
Yes,
So
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
yeah, speaking of audience, you have some diehard fans. I
Mm.
know here in Ocala, but all over the place. Because some of them, I know you were the last concert you were at that I attended. Man, you had girls coming, especially the girls. Okay, let me just tell you, it got a little bit crazy, and they came from all over. They were driving in from like all over Florida. I'm going, what just happened? Like, no, 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 this is an Ocala guy. Like, what in the world is going on? But yeah, you got some diehard fans. So do they like follow you around yet? You got some
Yeah,
groupies,
yeah, I
or
got
what do you
some
got?
groupies. Yeah, I got some groupies. I see that's my biggest thing that I love. Like whether it's like young kids or older people, like that's that's why I'm on that stage. It's not necessarily like to be like, yo, I'm Noah Hunton, but it's like I want every show for them to take away a message. But yeah, it's so cool like to see people come all over. I've this one family, they're from Valdosta, and they come to almost all my shows.
Really?
Which
That's
is
awesome.
super cool. I've had people fly from Michigan.
From
Yeah,
Michigan.
so we
Well, there ain't much else going on in
yeah, yeah,
Michigan. I mean,
yeah, yeah. It's just mind blowing to me. Like it's I know it, but like at the same time when I hear like them say, "Oh yeah, we just drove or we just flew in," or I'm like,
wow,
"What? That's
yeah.
crazy.
That's
That's so cool."
really?
I'm just from Ocala, Florida. I'm
Yeah.
just a normal person.
Well, you got to think everybody came from somewhere. I mean,
Exactly.
Madonna was from Michigan, so I mean,
Really,
yeah,
I didn't know that.
yeah.
So I know I can kind of foreclose it now. I know you and Mike were talking in the studio a couple weeks
Mhm.
back, and he brought up about the rapper and everything, and that I'm doing a song with, and it's funny because the rapper is actually Chingy,
Oh wow,
and
that's awesome.
and so I opened up for him in Texas for the 4th of July at this dude's house in Texas, and he just recently put out a song. I think it's called Wrangler, with another artist, and I just you never know
No.
unless you ask. Luckily enough, like Chris, the guy that hired me, he was like, "Dude, I'll pay for it. Like, you don't owe me nothing. Like, I'll
Wow.
pay for whatever it costs for you to do a song with
Wow.
Chingy." Or like 2 days, I got home and I'm already at work. I'm like, boom, boom, boom. How am I gonna write a rap country song? Like, I was like, all right, let me think. Like, I was like, all right, I want
Oh
something that's like T-Pain, but with like a Chris Lane vibe. So like Chris Lane's "I Don't Know About You." I don't know if you
okay.
know that song.
No, I
So it's
don't.
like, what's your name? What's your sign? What's your birthday? What's your
I do know
wrist
that song.
tattoo?
Yeah.
Bible verse say. And so I was like, all right, let's mix that with Buy You a Drink by T-Pain and do this crossover. And like, all my buddies are now like, dude, you're the Justin Timberlake country singer, because I'm hitting all these like, and I'm
You
like,
don't have a high voice.
just wait, just
Oh,
wait. Like I I
I feel
I,
pain for you.
I can't wait till I sing it live, because I'm just gonna be like, oh God, oh God. So how I even got, so like a lot of people know my band that I've had for a couple years that was from Ocala.
Uh-huh.
And like being in a band nowadays is so hard, because like the music industry is just like ongoing. You have to
Mm-hmm.
keep going. If you slow down at any pace,
Yep.
it's like either someone else is gonna pass you, or it's like, okay, what do I do? Like
Right.
you stop still. And so it was nothing like negative with the band. It was just like I was doing so much that they couldn't keep up. Like,
Yeah.
because all of them had jobs, all of them had girlfriends, fiancés, all that stuff. So, like, we still talk and everything. But funny enough, me and my hype guy, James Hype, shout out James Hype. But we're driving back from CMA Fest in Nashville, and literally, I get this DM, and I'm like, okay, this band is like texting me, like, hey, we looked you up on TikTok, found you on TikTok, been watching you, like, we lost our lead singer, blah blah blah. And at first I'm like, all right, why'd y'all lose your lead
Yeah,
singer?
what'd you
Like,
do?
what'd y'all do?
Is there a
And
problem here?
and
Like,
so like I
what?
kind of did my reconnaissance, being from my dad being a police officer. I'm always weary about stuff, and
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, cool, yeah, like let's set up a meeting, phone call, and all that. And basically, it was just like their lead singer. He was like, I'm done with music, and I was like, okay,
He did what? Like, that's
like
probably
like
like, how could you
yeah.
even?
and
Yeah.
and it was crazy, because I like they were doing like Country Thunder, they were doing all these big events, and he was just like, yeah, like
I'm out.
I'm out, like. And
Wow.
so they reached out to me, and they were like,
A
we would
band
be,
without a singer, that's
yeah,
not good.
yeah, they were like, let's test the waters. And my
Yeah.
first thought was, I'm on the East Coast,
Yeah.
how am I always going to get to Arizona? Like, everything happens for a reason. Like my whole career, my whole life. So they booked Jay, the guy that is my steel guitar player and lead guitar player. He calls me up. He's like, "Hey man, we'll pay for the flights to get you out here. We'll hotel
Wow.
you. We'll be up here for like 3 days. We'll run through some of your songs." And they already knew all the songs. Like, they were practicing. They
Oh
they,
my
they were they were
goodness.
they already practiced. So they made sure like they didn't screw up.
Right.
Like, immediately I walked in the room, and I just felt the energy off of them,
Oh
and I
wow.
was like, okay, like let's
How
run with
perfect
this.
is that though? A band without a singer and a singer without a band, and y'all
Yeah.
all have
Hey,
shows
God's
booked.
timing,
That's
God's timing.
crazy.
And in my head, I kept thinking, I'm like, how am I going to go back? How am I going
Yeah.
to go to Arizona, all like to practice to do these shows, to
Right.
like. And one of my good friends up in Michigan, he's an ex-pilot, and he's like, oh, we can't back you with the money for a sponsor, but we'll put you on our flight benefits. So
Oh
now I can fly.
wow.
I can fly anywhere in the world for free.
Oh my
So I'm
goodness.
like,
That's
well,
awesome.
there you go. Thanks, God. Like,
That's
thanks for putting it in my lap.
just have somebody with a spare plane and license. That's awesome. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah, yeah.
crazy.
So now like flights, all that stuff, never have to really worry about it.
Yeah,
But
not bad from for a kid from Ocala.
yeah,
That's not bad at all.
yeah.
Way to go. Wow. So is this what you thought it would be? Is it everything that you thought, or is
Oh
there
yeah.
something that you're like, ah, that's unexpected?
I mean, there's definitely like moments where I'm like, okay, this is unexpected. Like
Okay.
like
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 what, for example?
the hardest part about the whole thing is like the wear and tear on your body. I'll stay up with him till like 12 o'clock at a show. I'll go to bed, but then I'll wake up at 5 o'clock,
Okay.
Arizona time. Like,
God.
it's just like they're like, bro, you're a robot, you're an alien. Like, how are you doing this right now?
Well,
And
you're pretty clean cut. I mean, as far as the music industry goes. I
yeah,
mean, even for an appointment, you were here super early. I was expecting you to be late. I'm not gonna lie. So you're like here and like ready to go. I'm like, I'm not ready. Hold that thought. And then you don't really party.
yeah.
You're not a partier. So I mean, how is that like? Because there's an expectation of doing that kind of stuff.
There's an expectation. I've always been taught, be a leader, not a follower. And so whenever I go to Nashville, like the
Hmm.
first couple times I went to Nashville, like I'm so business oriented, and I can vibe with anyone. It don't matter.
Hmm.
Like, and hey, it's fun to party with drunk people, and you
Oh
being
yeah.
sober,
Oh yeah. Oh
like
yeah. It's actually more fun,
yeah,
actually.
yeah, like you can
You
actually
remember
remember.
everything.
Yes, exactly. And
So,
but like it's always been that way because like whether it's going out on Broadway, like I'm always carrying something with me, like wristbands, koozies. It's a
you're the designated carrier.
yeah. I'm the designated everything. I feel like half
Yeah.
the time, but yeah, like I'm so business oriented, and it's crazy because I really hated school. Like
Really?
and funny enough, I'm marrying a school teacher. So
Ah, yeah. How did that happen? Like, that was actually a question because your fiance, let me just say, she is absolutely gorgeous.
thank you,
I
thank you.
mean, drop dead gorgeous. But how did y'all meet? Like, how did, because she's not in the music industry at all.
No, yeah. So I've only had like two like actual like solid relationships. And like I was in a long relationship for like 6 years, like through high school, and it was just like it just got to the point where I was like, okay, what do I do? Like,
Right.
like do I just like be what she wants me to be, or do I like just keep heading on?
Right.
And it was just one of those things where I was like, hey, I love you, but like I
Yeah.
can't do this.
This isn't it. Yeah.
And the
Right.
toxicity and like getting away from God and everything, and I was just like, all right, like I got to do something. So I literally like we broke it off, and at the time, I was living actually with my drummer from my old band, Jake Harper. We were focused every day. It was like studio, 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 and just like really, really dived in. And that's when I started writing all these songs. And then my other good buddy, my best man Ryder, Hevage, he's like, bro, you need to slow down. You're like you're taking so much time, like and like he could tell like it was like aging me,
Right.
like I was like, bro, I can't, I gotta look good,
Yeah.
like, and so one day like we go out and he's like, yeah, dude, like just download one of the dating apps, like just get a date, just go out on a date, and I'm like, I was like, oh Lord, bro, like so I download Hinge and a dating app, and I literally made the whole thing about my music, like
Okay.
just to like get my music out there. Like
Sure.
everything,
Hey, why
like
not? You
everything
know.
I do in life is all about music, 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 music. Doesn't matter where I go. And so
Most good girls are taught to stay away from musicians. You know that,
yeah,
right? Okay,
yeah,
just making sure that to put that out there.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I got a ping one day, and it was Lindsay, and I was like, oh, like let me see what she's all about, like, and I was like, oh, outdoors, like adventure, like all that stuff, and she was in Gainesville, so I was like, oh, it's not too far, and
Right.
it was just crazy because like then I messaged her because we matched, and I messaged her, and I was like, hey, what's your phone number? Like,
Uh-huh.
and it was like that same day I got her phone number, I deleted the app. I
Really?
deleted
You're
the
like,
app.
okay, I'm done.
Yeah,
I went fishing. I caught the
yeah,
best. I'm
yeah.
good to go.
I like, and we barely even talked. And I was like, "Hey, I'm not trying to go over here. Like, "Ooh, okay, let me, no,
No,
nah."
no.
Like, I was like, one and done. And like, I was like, "Hey, if this one doesn't work, all right, we're not
We're
going.
done. We're
We're
done
done.
with
We're
this.
done with
Yeah.
relationships."
Okay.
And I learned later on in the relationship. I think it was like a month and a half. She tells me, she's like, "Yeah, the day when we matched, I went to go show her mom my profile on Hinge,
Uh-huh.
and it already got deleted." And she's like, "Well, shoot, I couldn't even show my mom a picture of you." And I was like,
Oh no.
"Yeah, like so her mom
Oh
was like, do you
no.
even know, like, is this dude
Yes.
real?
Is
Like,
this guy a
yeah,
stalker or
like what is
something?
this dude?" And like we were talking about like, oh, like what TV shows do you watch? And like, cause I didn't ping her as like watching, cause like all her stuff was outdoors, hiking, all that stuff.
Right.
And so I was like, oh, do you watch any shows on the CW? And she's like, oh yeah. And I was like, well, like not a lot of people know this, so this is exclusive. This is exclusive. Like as growing up, my dad always like got me into like superheroes, comics, and all that
Yeah.
stuff.
Right.
And so I geek out a little bit. And so like when the CW came out with Arrow and Flash and all that,
Hmm.
so we're talking about the CW, and I'm like, oh, do you watch Arrow? She's like, yeah, I watch Arrow. And I was like, well, do you want to go meet the main actor?
Nuh-uh.
Yeah, Stephen Amell, and she was like, "Wait, what?" And I was like, "Yeah, you know, like I'm all acting all nonchalant on text. I'm like, yeah, yeah, like we can go meet him." And
Like it's
so
no big deal.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, no
right.
big deal, right?
Even though you're geeking out
Yeah, yeah,
yourself.
yeah.
Okay, got it.
And so I think it was MegaCon came was
Yep.
in Orlando,
Yes.
and so he just put out Code Red. Stephen Amell put out that movie Code Red with his brother Robbie Amell, and I was like, all right, I gotta pick you up at 5 a.m.
Yep.
First date, first date,
Oh no.
first date,
No,
first
you
date,
didn't.
5
Oh, that's
a.m. Right?
awful.
So
That's really awful. That's somebody that's committed right there.
yeah,
Is if she got up
dude,
at
I
5
was
a.m.
actually in shock. I was actually in
Yeah.
shock when she was like, okay,
What'd you do? Put her through the gauntlet? Like,
dude, that first date ended up I think being like 5 dates in the same day. Like so it was supposed to be just a coffee date. She's like, let's get coffee first, you know, like so she can feel it out and everything.
right. Yeah. Make sure you're
And
not crazy or
yeah,
weird. Or, I
yeah,
mean, yeah. Can you imagine going to Orlando in a car ride
at
set with
5
somebody at
a.m.
5 a.m. and then you realize you do not like this individual? That would be.
I take that back actually. It was 6 a.m., but I showed up at 5:30 because I'm always early. I'm
Yes.
always
I have
early.
learned this. Yes.
So that the day before I go to Publix, I get flowers, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna show up with flowers. And so get there, she's still like, cause it's a gated community where we live. So she like gets the thing and like she's texting me. She's
It's
like, I'm not even ready.
5:30.
I'm not even ready. And so she's like, I was like, well, like, can I come in? Like, do you want me to wait in the car? What? She's like, you can come in. And I was like, she opens up the door and she's still in her pajamas and she's like doing her hair. And, and I was like, I can wait in the car.
Right. You
Like,
want to finish like brush your teeth
like, hey,
like
she looked good. She looked good. So I was like, okay, okay. No makeup
oh
on yet. You know,
no.
I was
Okay,
like, okay,
you got
cool.
like the full effect right from the start.
Yeah, she's
Okay,
like,
yeah,
hey,
there's no
this is
hiding
me. This
nothing.
is me.
Okay, got
And
it.
and so it was basically like we got coffee, so we got coffee at Starbucks. Then we headed to Orlando, and like the whole time I'm like, yeah, you know, I sing, blah blah blah. And she didn't give two.
She's not
Yeah,
in that
she didn't
world.
care. She didn't
Yeah,
care. She was like, well, what do you do outside of music? I was like, nothing. Like
it's
work
kind of a
out.
24/7 type
Yeah, yeah.
situation.
I think it was maybe like a month. I would say a month of us like dating. That like she really thought it was a hobby. Like she thought it was a hobby. And
Something you'll outgrow when
yeah,
you and
yeah,
get like a real
yeah. Oh
corporate
yeah.
job or something.
And so we went Starbucks. Then we went MegaCon. Got to meet Stephen Amell. That was super dope. And then we're running all over. That was the dopest part. Was like we couldn't figure out where his meet and greet was,
Oh
and like because they
no.
had no
Oh
signs because
yeah, that place is
that place was
massive.
massive,
Yes,
and
I
there was
have
no
been many
maps or
times.
nothing. And
Oh
I'm
yeah,
like, does
it's
anyone know? Like,
ridiculous.
so we're just.
Yeah.
I feel like we were in a movie, like a rom com. Like we're just running,
Yeah.
like trying to find it. And so then we met him. Then right next door was Top Golf, and I was like, oh, let's go to Top Golf. So we go to Top Golf, get lunch, and
Oh my
then
god.
we're coming back home. Oh, the side little note I forgot was, which is the best part about it, is on the way to Orlando, I'm like, hey, like I had to hype myself up a little bit,
Of course. Yeah.
and so I'm like,
Put your
hey,
best foot forward. Sure.
we might like be in Orlando, and someone might come up to me and be like, hey, Noah, can I get a picture?
Hmm.
Like, and in my head, I'm just like,
That's
no,
never gonna
that's never
happen.
gonna
Yeah.
happen. We go to Chick-fil-A.
No.
I swear, we go to Chick-fil-A, and as soon as we sit down, I'm facing the door, she's facing this way, and one of my buddies from Zone Health and Fitness, Shaq, walks in, and he's like, "Yo, what's up, Noah?" And her face is like, "This is staged.
Yeah.
Like this is, dude. I swear to this day, she still
That's
thinks it's
awesome.
staged, and it
Yeah.
wasn't staged. I promise, babe, it was not staged." And
That's awesome.
so yeah, it was just crazy. And then we go back home, and she's like, "Oh, like." I don't want this night to end. And so I took like one of those lines. Like that's why I added that. I don't want this night to end. And so then like I fell asleep on the couch. And when I fall asleep, like I'm dead. I'm dead to the world. I'm dead to the world. So
Right.
she like puts the blanket over me, tucks me in on the couch, and then she literally told me the next day, she was like, yeah, I thought like you were just gonna wake up and like leave. I was not expecting you to like
Aw.
stay. And so like she cooked me breakfast, and she of course she was just about to get into summer vacation, so she was still at school. So she's like, "You can hang out, like go home, whatever." And I was like, "Cool, I'll hang out." Like, so I never left. I never left. Like literally from the
It's a
first date.
good thing she liked
Like
you
yeah,
because,
from the first
yeah.
date, it was like I think I spent like 3 days there, and it was just like boom, boom, boom.
That sounds like my worst nightmare. That sounds terrifying.
Hey,
I mean, like,
what's wild? We'll get back to the music in a second, but this is such a cool story. And I think it was like 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks, about a month. We're talking, and she's like, "You're never gonna believe this," and I was like, "What?" And she's like she just happened to be like asking God, like, if my future husband's in a toxic, bad relationship, like, break him up. Like, and I was like, when I heard that, I was like, dang, girl, I'm like, ooh,
yikes.
like, and funny enough, like when she told me, like she said it was like right at the same time that I broke up with my ex, and I was like,
Wow.
that's crazy. And then it was like, I think she said it was maybe like a month before like we started dating, that
Wow.
she like just opened up her Bible one day and like flipped, and or like right before she flipped, she was like, God, what's my future husband's name? Flip to Noah. And I was like, my whole life has been just God given moments where it's like, because of my motivation, my like drive, it's always I'm at the right place at the right time.
So what's the next place that you're going to be at the right time? What's next for Noah Hunton?
I live my life like day to day, because I know, like I know in my mind, like if I set a goal, I'm already gonna like achieve it 10 times.
Right.
Like, and I think Matthew McConaughey like said it best in his speech, which was like where they were like, "Who do you look up to? Who's your hero?" And he's like, "My hero is me in 10 years. My hero is me in 15 years." Because like if I was like, "Oh, I want to be like Morgan Wallen or Garth Brooks," it's like when you get to that point, well, where do you go from there? You
Right.
can't like you can't exceed.
Right. So you're basically in competition with yourself.
Yeah, every day.
Yeah.
Like
That's
I'm my
crazy.
biggest critic.
So you're doing your goals and you're hitting, and living your life and doing the best you absolutely
Yeah,
can, but you're like just waiting for the opportunities to knock
yeah.
so you can jump on them.
Everything at my shows, it's like live life to your fullest. Like don't let a single moment pass you by, because the worst people can say is no.
Right.
Like, and you're never gonna know. Like there's been so many opportunities that I've gotten um by just putting out that hand, and or like how they say, in the music industry, it's like you pay to play.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, cool, like I need to, like for instance, Vivid Music Hall, like when we did the Hunting for a Good Time tour, they were like, oh, it's gonna be this amount. I said, okay, I'll get my money back. Like, so got the sponsors,
Yeah.
paid for it, and basically it was like we played that venue, and because I've opened up for some artists there before, but they were like, okay, is this kid really gonna like sell out? Like,
Right.
we don't need no people here to work.
Yeah.
The manager comes up to me, he's like, bro, we don't have enough people. We don't have. I was like, I told you, I told you
I will bring
what.
the people. You gotta, but you
And
gotta do your part.
and
Yeah.
it was one of those funny things, because like now even they're always like, dude, when can we have you back? I'm like, well, are you guys gonna have enough people?
Right.
Like,
Are you gonna take care of me this time?
yeah,
Because last
yeah.
time y'all didn't do your part.
Yeah, but no, still great people, still great people at Vivid Music Hall. I know they do some festivals like Level Life Festival that we did. They run production and stuff for that too.
Oh,
But
that's cool. Is there anything that you want to tell people in Ocala or basically all over the world, something that you really want them to know?
dude, there's so much.
Nothing like being put on the spot, right?
Yeah, my people are always like, dude, you cannot tell those people this yet. You cannot say it.
Okay.
But I mean,
So just more good things to come and keep their eyes out for you.
yeah, yeah, more
Okay.
things to come.
All right. Well, how do they find you? You gotta share all your socials and
Yeah,
stuff.
so
Yeah.
Instagram Noah Hunton Music, Facebook Noah Hunton Music, my page, website noahhuntmusic.org. Like I said earlier, Spotify, Apple Music, all streaming platforms. Um, I mean, you can look me up on Google.
Yeah.
Say Alexa, hey,
Pretty
play
much.
Noah Hunton.
There
You
you
know,
go.
like
Pretty much, you
that's
are
the
like the
dope part.
easiest person to find on
Yeah,
there.
live your life out to your fullest potential every single day, whether you have energy or don't have energy. Like, leave it all out on the floor. Like that's my biggest thing. And um, like I go by God, faith, and family. Like those are the three key things. Like you have those, like you're set. Like
What else
you're
do you need?
yeah. No, like you got God. He's he's gonna set you in the right path. Like as long as it's in His direction, and
Yep.
it like everyone always worries. I think I don't mean to extend it, but
No, you're good.
like the biggest thing, especially starting a career like this or football or whatever, it's like everyone's chasing after that dream, and it's it's hard because you see as artists or players or whatever all these people just randomly blowing up viral because of
Mhm.
social media, and it does affect people because it's like, dude, you're putting in all the work, how am I not making it?
Yeah.
But it's a slow and steady process. I mean, people look at like Lainey Wilson, for instance. She was in Nashville for 10 years,
Mhm.
and then she got discovered. I mean,
Yeah, she's an overnight success. It only took 10 years.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, 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 yeah. But it's that like everything happens in God's timing as long, and then the faith part is you just having faith in God to give you the right moments and time to basically be like, all right, I gotta go here, I gotta do this, and then just family, like keeping it grounded into your roots. That's the biggest thing.
All right. Well, thank you so much for coming in. I'm sure you've made some more fans because you're just so genuine and so authentic, and that just resonates.
Thank you.
So I'm sure that everybody's going to be logging in and listening to some of your music, because especially that Florida song.
Yeah, Florida is home. Make sure
Florida
you
is
guys go check
home.
it out.
That is a great song, and it's so much fun, and definitely really speaks to Ocala and Florida living.
Yes, ma'am.
So very cool. All right.
Awesome.
Thanks.
See y'all next time.